Warning, this video contains heavy spoilers for many games in the Legend of Zelda series. The Legend of Zelda is a groundbreaking series that inspires and captures the imaginations of millions with every release, myself included. But these days with the internet, it's easy to get spoiled, and oftentimes as time goes by, we lose our appreciation for the finer moments in games that we play repeatedly. However, when we stop to think about it, there are moments in Zelda that are spooky, breathtaking, chilling, and just downright amazing. In no particular order, here are 10 moments in The Legend of Zelda that I totally take for granted, but are actually really amazing when I stop to think about it. Number 10. Sheik's identity. Listen guys, it's been almost 20 years. If you don't know by now what Sheik's true identity is, then you have some serious catching up to do. But honestly, Sheik's identity, being Zelda, is about as common knowledge as who Luke Skywalker's father is. It's in Smash, it's on discussion forums, it's bloody everywhere. Sure, we don't think too much of it now, but back in 1998 when I saw Sheik transform into Zelda for the very first time, my mind was blown into pieces. Remember that prior to this point in this series, Zelda was a classic damsel in distress, and when she runs away from Ganondorf at the mid-ish point in Ocarina of Time, it seems like a pretty safe bet that this wasn't going to be any different. Then we meet this super mysterious ninja dude, and he's just an all-around cool side character that shows up here and there to help you out. Sheik is in-game referred to as a young man as well, so there's no reason to assume that it's Zelda hiding her identity. This moment gets a spot for being a great plot twist. Number 9. Waking the Windfish. Link's Awakening was the first handheld Zelda game, and the first one to take place explicitly outside of Hyrule. We're in Koholint Island, where we find Link shipwrecked. It's gritty stuff, but soon we get our sword and Link does his usual thing. Link even starts to have what seems to be a romantic relationship with the girl Marin, who helps you during your quest to wake up the Windfish, as it's said to be the only way to get off the island. All seems cool, but then it turns out that the entire island is actually the Windfish's dream, and waking him up will erase everything here, including all the people Link has met, so now you basically have to accept that this isn't reality, and it takes this weirdly dark tone. We all know this by now, of course, and it's just another plot point in the game, but really the idea that everything around you is an illusion and you have to wipe it all out of existence is kind of a mind bend. Number 8. Being pulled into the Twilight. The beginning of Twilight Princess is slow, but really Twilight Princess is a great game despite its story and pacing issues. After farming out tediously, the action ramps up as the children and Ilia are kidnapped, and Link starts to chase after them, only to be confronted by this strange wall of darkness. We're pulled through the wall by a monstrous hand, and we get this downright chilling cutscene of Link painfully struggling to get free before being transformed into Wolf Link for the first time, and that part just looks so unpleasant. Link's transformation into a wolf is a huge part of Twilight Princess, but the first time is far more wretched than those after, and honestly, just unexpected. From the trailers back in 2005, the first transformation looked way different, so this caught me totally off guard the first time, not to mention sending chills down my spine. Number 7. Landing on the surface. Skyward Sword is a game that has mixed reception. I personally liked it, but before we get into that debate, one moment that I think is one of the best in the game is landing on the surface for the first time. You're dropped onto what we now know to be the sealed grounds, but the first time we land there, we simply don't know anything about this place. There's a temple and this mysterious spiraling hole in the ground, and the music is mysterious and subdued. The air of mystery and discovery on my first playthrough of this area is something that is lost on subsequent journeys, but if you stop to think about it, this is a well-crafted moment in a game that has a lot of mixed feelings in the community. Number 6. The beginning of A Link to the Past. It's a dark and stormy night, and as cliche as that sounds, it makes for an amazing introduction into the world of A Link to the Past. First you hear a voice while you're sleeping telling you that they need your help before your uncle goes out to investigate himself, telling you to stay put. Naturally you jump out of bed to go explore the stormy night outside, finding your way into Hyrule Castle where you discover your uncle slain. That sucks, dude. Wait, Zelda is my what? What is she? My who now? Uncle, why did you have to start like that only to die? I don't think another game in this series has had such a delicate balance between setting you off on your adventure but also holding your hand and guiding you, not to mention the awesome atmosphere. Number 5. Stepping out of the Temple of Time. Ocarina of Time is another groundbreaking entry into this series with its jump into 3D! But another surprise it held in store was its cool time travel mechanic. A mechanic which would lead to the official Zelda timeline being so damn messed up. But in the context of its own game, it is a really cool idea. But the game doesn't outright tell you about this plot point turned game mechanic. You pull out the Master Sword and are put in a 7-year spiritual coma, and now you're all grown up, only to discover that in your absence the once bustling castle town is now in ruin. Just imagine this for the first time though. This is what you come out to, when you were totally expecting to emerge out to see the crowded market square. That's just chilling. Number 4. Dawn of a New Day. Choosing just one moment from Majora's Mask is such a difficult task, as the game is so damn emotional and a well-crafted smorgasbord of delicate and chilling moments. We spend the whole game being reminded of our countdown, from the in-game clock on our HUD to the constant reminders of dawn of the first day, dawn of the second day, dawn of the third day, 24 hours remaining. It all serves to build this deep sense of anxiety as you work to save Termina. Now, in retrospect, it's only logical to get this message after beating the game, but the first time I ever saw the message, Dawn of a New Day, it made me just breathe a big sigh of relief. After all that hard work, what a sight. Number 3. Hyrule Castle Beneath the Sea. The Wind Waker is a grand adventure that takes place in the world where Hyrule has been flooded and all that remains is a scattered society living spread out across a handful of small islands. But the great kingdom of Hyrule is alluded to as being the stuff of legends. That is until you actually go there to discover it preserved at the bottom of the ocean. The castle is frozen around you and you find a statue of the hero of time proudly standing with the Master Sword. Then after some quick puzzle solving you find the Blade of Evil's Bane yourself and use it to fight the now unfrozen enemies. You feel powerful, you feel great, and this is a moment I underappreciate. Number 2. Exploring 8-bit Hyrule. The Legend of Zelda on the NES was a groundbreaking game that has been out now for over 30 years. It's older than I am, it's been played by millions, and many have likely memorized the map. We all know where to find the first dungeon by now, but try to remember the first time that you found yourself in the Kingdom of Hyrule, getting the sword from the old man in the cave. What next? Did you go up? Did you go left? Did you go right? You can go anywhere in this game, and play the dungeons in any order you want, not to mention all the well-hidden secrets. Exploring Hyrule in OG Legend of Zelda is a brutal but magical experience that we often forget about. Number 1. We all know how a typical Zelda game goes. Link wakes up, goes on adventure, gets the Master Sword, does more dungeoning, and finally goes toe-to-toe with Ganon. I mean, that's really simplifying it, sure, but it's basically the standard at this point. But Ocarina of Time totally nailed that final battle. After spending the entire game building a rivalry with Ganondorf, he transforms into Ganon right before your eyes. No subtitle, just Ganon. The battle is dark and intense, and his strikes are immensely powerful, and he disarms you right off the bat, taking away the weapon that you've been told is the only thing powerful enough to fell him. The fight is great, but since this game is nearly 2 decades old now, we've since overlooked said greatness. Let's not forget the precedent this battle set. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, you can click on the left side here to check out another video I did on my own channel about Breath of the Wild and some possibilities about where it could fit in with the rest of the Zelda timeline. Or if you're looking for another list, you can check out the video on the right here and watch Nathaniel's top 5 moments from the Breath of the Wild E3 demo. Anyways, thanks again for watching guys, and I hope you have a truly wonderful day.